Heroclix alive tonight. Heroes in the spotlight. But that can touch straight the cloudy night. Wespool and Scott parade for the fight. And up the strangers with the white sleds rock. Into the game with your non-stop rock. Tuck the answers, gold t-shirt. You read the guild, let's get inside. They roll the dice, feel a pulse in the thrill. Here's the moment, let's set to kill.
Hello, Heroclix land. Welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. I am your host, Wespool. With me, as always, is Scott, son of John. Hello, Scott.
Good evening.
We have a special show for you tonight. Who's our guest tonight?
Tonight we have Mr. Khari Sampson.
Hello.
He's been seen, maybe not heard, in the Heroclix world for a long time now.
That's all right.
Better pronunciation is Khari.
Khari? I'm sorry. Khari. Thank you.
Yeah, I've had to deal with mispronunciations from the start. Even my own brother has kind of pronounced it a little bit wrong for most of his life.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Before we get too far in, Scott, do
Yes,
you know how many subscribers we have?
I do as of yesterday. 101.
Ooh, balloons!
We made 100.
101.
Yes,
Like
we
a college course.
Finally hit
Yes.
101 subscribers on YouTube. So once the Lantern Legacy drops and we can have it in our cute little hands, we will be doing a live giveaway. I will also be giving away some other goodies I can scrape together, some Iconics or Con LEs or play home kits, whatever I can find, and do a little giveaway. But one special person will get a full brick of Lantern Legacy.
Nice.
We're also giving away a Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk with a Legacy card.
Ooh.
So thank you everybody out there for watching and listening and putting up with our silly questions and goofy interviews. We've had a lot of fun putting this together. It's been a journey over the last, 6 months?
You started 6 months ago. I tagged along roughly. It feels a lot longer, but it's only been like 3 months, maybe 4 months.
Wow.
May, June, July, and part of August. So yeah, almost 4 months.
So like a real child, our little baby is growing very fast. Also, I want to shout out our sponsor, John Hoffner. He's a 3D printer, can print all your 3D needs. He goes by Clix Creator. Look him up. He does it cheaper than anybody else out there. So whatever you need, look him up. We also have something that Scott's promoting. What you got, Scott?
Fantasy Football League. I am trying to give away Heroclix product at the end of the Fantasy Football League. If you have ranked higher than me by the end of the season, I will mail you a booster of whatever the newest set is out of my pocket. Shipping's on me. Boosters on me. All you got to do is join this free draft and outrank me at the end of the season.
Well, we play with fantasy superheroes. Might as well play some fantasy football.
So just reach out to Wes or myself or the Talkn Clix page or however you're absorbing this content.
So everybody out there, thank you so much for watching us this far. It's been a fun journey. Scott and I have gotten to know each other very well. I've enjoyed getting to know the community better. It's been a fun journey. So thank you very much for supporting us this far. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe, comment, get some feedback going. But definitely like and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping us out. But we're not here to talk about us tonight. We're here to talk about Khari. How you doing?
I am doing okay.
So I feel like I've seen
You've
your
seen
name or
him.
heard your name around.
You've seen him. If
yes.
you've been to Gen Con or
No, not Gen
World,
Con.
Not Gen Con. I could have swore I seen you at Gen Con like 2010, 2011.
No, it was probably the other black guy at the time. But
Okay,
no, Gen Con is one that I've never
about-
made it to.
2014, 2015 Rock Cup in Atlanta.
Those I was definitely at because I
No,
live in
because you judged that late night event that I played in where it was a theme team, and one dude had a bunch of little Superman robots, and I was running a multiple man team. So I remember you there.
Yeah. I definitely judged some of the side events at the early Rock Cups.
So
Lots
I
of
know
fun.
I've seen you around a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Rumor has
I've
it
been.
you helped Scott through a CCO event.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2024, Khari, myself, and Adam. Is it Adam?
Adam, what's his last name?
Shiver. He's the one that does the Heroclix boxes from
Mm.
the Forge, or I don't know the name of his site,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Craft
Matt
Forge or
Donham
Craft.
kind of was trying to put me on a team with various people, and then someone would fall off, and then we'd have to grab somebody else, and then someone would fall off, and we have to grab somebody else, and it wound up being the three of us, and we outplaced Matt Donham's team. I think he got 16th, and we got like 14th,
Hey,
and all because this man carried me. Maybe
I have no memory of that anymore.
it's been a long time.
January 2024 seems like forever ago.
I mean, technically, it is
Things done changed.
a lot, a
Hmm.
lot.
That's how long you've been playing the game.
Um, I've been playing the game a solid 20 years.
Nice.
I first got into Heroclix in 2005. I remember because at the time, Revenge of the Sith was still in theaters, and a friend of mine was getting out of the game, and so he sold me his whole case of figures. It's just like one case, one like double-sided case for a pittance. I think I paid $20 for it, maybe 30. And it had some pretty good stuff in there. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I got some trade bait. Maybe I can get something I want. By this time in 2005, I had finally bought kind of my first boosters. Fantastic Forces was my first set. And my first event was a Icons marquee.
That's nice.
Yep.
So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living outside of HeroClix?
I am a copy editor. Um, Specifically, I'm a copy editor for Georgia Public Broadcasting's news and content division, which means, news stories that come on there, I edit them and make sure that everything's spelled right, that facts are correct, and that it is as perfect as it can be before it goes out there.
Commas in the right spot,
Mm-hmm.
there
Yep.
instead of there,
Yep.
like they are.
Yep. I know the difference between your and your and your.
So
Excellent.
you're a modern day J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes, but without the crusade against certain threats and menaces.
Much better looking. He's way more handsome.
Yes.
He doesn't have that weird looking mustache.
Different weird looking mustache, but it's just the grizzled age at this point showing.
In those 20 years, have you ever taken a break from HeroClix?
I have not.
Nice.
I am early on. I didn't really want to play HeroClix. I thought it was too nerdy for me. I was a cool guy who collected comics. I don't play tabletop games. I also used to think that cosplay was too weird. And now those two things I do. I can't say I do cosplay constantly, but don't feel right unless if I go to a con without one. And of course I've just been playing HeroClix pretty much weekly ever since.
So where do you play? What day of week do you play?
I play Saturdays and Sundays. I run a venue in east side of Atlanta called. I run games at a venue. I don't run the venue itself. Hold games at Challenges Games and Comics. Store run by Antonio K, longtime friend of mine. And it's a very low-key venue, which somehow I've kept alive all these years, if only barely. On Saturdays, I go and play up at my friend Andy's spot where he judges Gigabytes up in Marietta. He has a much more thriving play group, so I don't mind driving up there to get to play some games that I don't have to judge.
So, since you're at a local venue and you're the acting judge, do you still play those nights, or is it just I'm just judge? I can only judge.
Yes.
Yes, you play, or yes, you judge.
Yes, I do
Yes.
both.
Okay, because I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like the judge should get to play, especially if it's just a local game. You're not really playing for anything super highly important. And
Yeah.
if you're playing with your locals, and it's like, oh, hey, you need to borrow the LE that somebody won last week. Here you go.
Yeah. What I do is I play the buy rounds. If there's an odd number, and if there's an even number of players, I either just sit out and only judge, or I bring the other team that I was going to play, and I play a solo game to the side.
Thank you. Playing Clix by yourself isn't all bad.
No,
Critical
it's not
Clix.
all bad. I mean, at the very least, it allows you to always make the off-color joke about me playing with myself.
Yeah,
Don't judge me. Don't
like
judge me.
like
Stop
the Critical
looking.
Clix
Stop
sign off.
looking.
That's
So yeah.
we did not record our usual weekday or weekend episode. I meant to shout out Jay Major from the Heroclix event down in Indianapolis last weekend. I was there for Keith Barnett's event, and Keith is one of the hardest working people I know, and got called out on a air conditioning job, and it was his event, and there was nobody to actually run the event. Jay took off his player cap, put on his judge cap, and ran the event for Keith in his place. I just thought that was awesome that he was willing to step aside as a player and step in as a judge and run the event. So shout out to Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah. Jay is
Sorry
cool.
about the not recording on Sunday like we normally do. I had my brother in town from Florida with all of his lovely children that are grown now, and I played a 6-man battle royal where it was basically 4-on-1 on 1. My nephew said he's not going to attack me, but everybody else did. So it just became me versus the other 4 people and him trying to hold his own against whoever was in the way.
Well, family first. Now the big question is, are any of them new players now? Did you convert any of them into the game?
The oldest nephew lives on the other side of Houston from me. He didn't actually come with the rest of them from Florida. He seemed very interested in potentially learning it again, or picking up more. But his work schedule is he works every time we play because he's a barkeep basically. So
Oh,
anything on the weekends or evenings, he's basically out unless
Oh,
it's a pickup game somewhere.
sorry to get off on that tangent, but you're talking about judging, and it reminded me. Oh yeah, I want to shout out Jay for stepping up last weekend. So, um, Khari, since you've been playing for a long time, you've seen the game evolve over time. It's
yes,
gone
I
through
have.
a lot of iterations, a lot of community ebbs and flows, a
Hmm.
lot of rules changes.
So many
Yeah.
changes.
So, what do you think about the game now as compared to when you started?
Oh, what a great question. Um, I like the state of the game now. I think a little better than when I started. Uh, the rules are more streamlined. Um, they make more sense, if you can actually believe that. They're much less wordy. If you read some of the old packs and stuff, the amount of verbiage they use to do essentially the same thing that today's rules.
Hypersonic speed was like a book on the
It
PAC.
was a book. It was a book. Even if you only used option one, it was still a book. And now it's so streamlined, and it does essentially the same thing, but it's much better. Um, I do sometimes miss the simplicity of the tagline, where everything you need is on the dial. That was an early game tagline that they used to put in the ads and stuff for HeroClix, and it was a nice thing. It was true. Well, it was never actually true. Everything you needed never was only on the dial. At the time of Heroclix's 20th anniversary, I had a brainstorm of doing a post done to the tune of "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel, talking about all the extra things in Heroclix that weren't on the dial, but you still needed to know in order to play the game to its fullest. I never quite got around to pulling it together. Maybe by the 25th, I'll finish writing the song and maybe do it up. But yeah,
I mean, most of it was on the dial, but you
most of it definitely was. But there were a few things that you didn't know.
carrying, you had no idea what it was, a -2 at the time, unless you read the rules.
Yep. You didn't really understand what arch enemy rules were. Capture.
Oh, yeah.
What about capture?
Capture was weird.
It sure was weird. I kind of wish they'd bring something like it back, but they got to streamline that one a whole lot.
The original Sentinel / Sinestro were not Colossals. I don't think so.
Oh.
Maybe they were. They didn't have anything to delineate. Like, I think they had a fist.
Yeah,
but I don't think it was.
Fist.
I don't think they had any
fist,
delineation
they weren't
of
called
size.
Colossals. They weren't called Colossals. They were just called big figures.
Yes.
All right, wait. As far as a HeroClix land goes, I'm only 5 years old. What is capture?
Oh, joy. Capture would be like a Sentinel going up to an X-Man and be like, instead of doing damage, I'm going to take you and put you on my card or put you off the map. And then I could walk to my starting area and take an action and drop you off and score your points. Was it double? I think it was double. It was either double or 1.5.
I think it was actually double back then.
Wow.
Now, if you wanted to rescue the guy, you had to make an attack that dealt no damage to my character. I think it maybe dealt 1, but I had to drop the guy, and you got to pick the square where the character dropped in an adjacent square to me.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fun gimmick, but I think that
it was worthless.
I think the community would riot.
It was pretty much worthless at the time because if I captured you, I have to take an action to capture you. Then I have to take an action to run away. And then I have to take an action to drop you off. While you got your whole army shooting me.
Right?
What's that?
That's back when you had push damage, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And you had your entire army shooting me to drop this piece.
Or just shooting you to drop the piece.
I mean, you're gonna kill me instead of trying to rescue the guy. Because if you kill me, I'll drop him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to you old timers talking about the good old days.
Yes, sometimes the good old days really weren't all that good.
I loved the battlefield conditions at the time. I could play battlefield conditions all the time. I feel like the tarot cards kind of replaced the battlefield conditions in the modern era-ish. But
sort of, yeah.
They had defeat cards, and the defeat cards had a rule of 10% of your build.
Eventually, they had that rule.
Yeah, eventually. At first, it was just, man, here you go. You got everybody with protected. That's like 20 points apiece. But protected was basically what fortify is.
Yeah, except even better.
Yes, because you didn't have to take that damage.
Yeah, you only took the pushing damage if you got the second token.
Yes. So the old orange cards. Now, when they implemented that 10% rule on it, be like, okay, if you're running a 300-point game, only 30 points can be of these cards. I feel like that's something that they need to revisit with equipment / sideboard pieces or heck, even the terrain that's costed points now. I've been overlooking the terrain for 5 points. A lot of them are fair because they really don't affect you. They affect the opposing character. The dumpster fire is fine for 0 points. But the laser turret is like the old school laser turret. Instead of a 1x1, it's now a 2x1. Do you remember the laser turret?
I do remember the laser turret.
You just hop in and you can make attacks with the laser turret.
Yeah, laser turret essentially gave any character an autonomous action to shoot somebody with like some weak stats like 8 attack and 2 damage or something. But it was still like a free attack. So
yeah, it was a free attack, and it had like a range of 6. So if you put your Battle Fury guy in and be like, oh hey, look, Hulk's got a range, even though it's low attack, low damage.
So are you a competitive player? Do you play the meta, or are you more casual?
I am super casual. I have always been casual. Even when I play the meta, I'm casual.
I agree.
For example, I'm going to West Summers CCO in Birmingham, and I'm bringing essentially the same team that he absolutely murderized me with. That he actually absolutely murderized me in Chattanooga a few weeks ago. It's a Wakanda team. I have enough of the pieces to do some of the high key meta stuff, but I just don't care or enjoy that style of play much. Something about it has to be cute to me or themey to be for me to be like, okay, I'm win or lose, I'm going to enjoy playing this.
I can understand that completely.
So where do you stand on Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice is on my sideline. I probably shouldn't say this because it doesn't matter. He's on my sideline essentially as a honeypot. If they got Chair Panther and they decide to take him out, it's no skin off my back.
Absolutely. I feel like even if you're not going to use him, you should have that honeypot on the side to be like, look what I got. You don't know if I'm going to use it.
You sure don't. And just because I have the slots open on the sidelines, like,
take my Beetlejuice and my Reverse Flash and leave me with Soul Siphon or whatever else I may need. Evil Entwinement.
Yep.
Go for it. Distraction pieces.
Yeah.
All right. Salty or sweet?
Yes.
This is not what you prefer. This is how people describe you.
Oh, how people describe you. Sweet.
It was for your flavor, which one you prefer. I just had to throw that out there to make Wes laugh.
Yes. For my flavor, it really is yes, both. Although my hypertension tells me I need to avoid the salty.
And the sweet, probably.
No, thankfully, I'm nowhere near diabetic, so knock on wood and pray to the Lord. Please, no diabetes.
My grandfather had a triple heart bypass, and they gave him a whole list of things he couldn't eat. Right at the top was ice cream. He's like, I'd rather have another bypass. My ice cream.
Speaking of bypass, my friend that had his open heart surgery is back at home today. So
awesome.
Oh, glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yes.
So
are you on a Heroclix team?
I'm sorry?
Are you on a Heroclix team?
I am not.
They need people like you to ground them. Just saying, they got to get off that whole meta hype all the time.
Yeah. What's interesting is, so I'm not officially on the team because I don't play or care enough about the meta to do that. But I'm good friends with the founder of the original Phoenix Mist.
So Ed.
So yes, every once in a while we talk about things. Usually it's whatever. It's like, can we make Wakanda work this time?
Oh man!
And occasionally the answer is yes.
Yes, you can. Very much so.
Yes. However, but in this Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk meta, no, the answer is no.
But if you're playing a fun type game, like we're gonna say a casual type game, there has been one game that I've been kicking around. A few people have discussed it with me. We call it the Nexus of Realities game, to where you get one character to build your team around. And what we do is we call it 616. So you have 616 points to build with one character. You either get one character name or one real name to build off of. And if you wanted to do Black Panther, you can make a wicked team.
Oh, absolutely.
So we open it up to where it's Golden Age, but everything pre-Silver Age has a discount of, like, if it's over 100 points, you get 25% discount. If it's under 100 points, you get 15% discount, or 10% or 15% discount up to like 15 points. So, I
kind of don't like the idea of discounting those old figures.
Oh, but like, I get it.
Yeah, I get it, but one of the advantages those old figures have is that you cannot look at their dials. So their dials are still secret.
The dials were secret, but it's trying to get them up to the point creep, because that point creep is crazy effective.
Yeah.
But
It is.
You could
It's not
build
power creep anymore. It's power leap.
the Wakanda team I had was like, oh, hey, I'm on my side of the map. I get plus this, plus this, plus this, and then I'd hop over to your side. That the Ghost Panther, gross. He was gross in that.
Ghost Panther. Oh, the one on the flaming.
The Flaming Panther.
The flaming panther. Okay, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he was gross.
yes.
So I'm going to say that if you play certain type of casual games, you can do something with the Wakanda team.
I really like that 616 idea because playing Clone Wars teams where it's like all the same character or multiple versions of the same character is one of my favorite things to do in Heroclix ever.
I guess DC called it Battle Worlds. I don't know. I didn't read a bunch of DC comics when I was younger. No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been. Was it Battle World? No, that was Marvel. Was Battle World?
Yeah.
War World or something. I don't know, where they put a bunch of clones on or same copies from different universes on the planet and fought.
Oh shoot! I've forgotten what that storyline was. It was only a few years ago.
Was it one of the Crisis storylines?
I don't know.
It wasn't a true crisis. Now it was a storyline that essentially DC Comics was moving from New York to LA, and they needed to put out some comics while they were in the midst of that move, so they came up with this.
I think it was War World. And I think it was a way to kill off some of their spin-off galaxies or spin-off universes.
I mean, that's usually what they do in every crisis that they have. But, doggone it, I've forgotten what the name of that crossover was.
I'll have to admit, I'm not an avid comic reader. I enjoy the characters in film version and video games and cartoons. I've never been a big comic reader, but over the next year, I will become one because I am a huge Kevin Smith fan. And I was watching him on a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, and he announced that he has a contract with Marvel where they are going to be slowly putting Kevin Smith as Jay and Silent Bob in the background of panels throughout a lot of Marvel titles over the next year. And it's going to culminate into Jay and Silent Bob Fuck the Marvel Universe. And it's going to be a whole series of them interacting with Marvel characters. I'm super stoked.
What? Wow.
Yeah, that's a little wow. All right, Mr. Sampson.
Yes.
Since you are a casual player, do you like battle royals?
Love them.
Is there a proper way to open a booster? Do you open it from the top or the bottom?
There's no proper way.
Or you just like rip into the side?
It depends on how I want to use the booster afterwards. Usually when the set is brand new, I'll open it from the top because I'm going to use that booster to hold like extras and or whatnot. So I want it to be relatively intact from the top so I can store things in it like that. Later on in the life of a set, I start opening from the bottom just because it's easier. And if I'm in a battle royal, I'll open it and then I'll tear the bottom part of the box to use as a dice cup. Because I don't use fancy dice cups.
We're going to call this one a push, Wes.
I have a confession to make. Last weekend when I was at that event in Indianapolis, I played a 1BR afterwards. I didn't have my pocket knife on me, and I did open it from the bottom. And I felt so dirty about it. I had to come home and take a shower immediately.
So I'm a bottom opener because there's one piece of tape right here that all you do is push this in and the tape comes off. It's easy.
Just
there's
one
no
piece of
ripping
tape.
the bottom.
Yeah. The bottom is definitely easier.
Like you see Scott Porter with his little blade up here trying to cut the tape. He's cutting himself several times on film. So, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm an avid bottom opener. Even when, so my wife and I open my Clix together. She sits up on this little pillow fort on the bed, but I go over there and I bust all the tape off the bottom and then I give them to her. And then I go hide on my end of the bed so she's over there doing her little thing and then tossing me out the common, uncommon rares. But it's always from the bottom. If I open one, you know what I'm going to do next time? I'm going to open like 3 of them from the top just to mess with her.
When I open a brick, I unseal it and I open them all from the top and check them out that way. And then I try to keep it all together inside the plastic wrap. So that's, they're relatively all together. And then later on when I'll take all the figures out and slot them in their appropriate zones.
Is there an appropriate way to store your clicks? By sets? By team abilities? By keywords? By name figure?
Oh gosh.
Like, we've had a lot of people say different ways. Like there's was one person recently that's like, look, if Wolverine's got 14 keywords, I'm trying to get 14 copies of that Wolverine to put in each bundle or each keyword.
So story time. When I first started playing Heroclix, I said I didn't want to get super, super deep into this game. So I said, I'm going to keep my collection to the level to where I can carry them all out on my person. I'll never have more than Heroclix than I can carry on my person. That lasted for the first 10 years. I did a lot of purging of extra figures and basically only collected, themes or characters that I wanted. And by 2015, I had like 2 heavy double bags and, had all my hands full of cases. But in a pinch, I could have walked out of my burning house with all my Heroclix. 10 years later, that ain't nowhere near possible at all. I organize my stuff essentially by theme and team and character. So somebody mentioned Wolverines. I low-key collect Wolverines. So I just put all the Wolverines in one box. Same thing with the Cyclopses. Same thing with, what's another one? Daredevils I try to collect as well. And that's kind of the thing that creeps up on you in this game is either you're a completist or you're a completist in certain ways. The one thing that I definitely wanted to do from the early days was I wanted to collect every single Black or African phenotype character that they've ever made in Heroclix. That is like the S tier completionist streak that I'm trying to do. And really, my longtime dream was to be able to field an all-Black competitive team in Heroclix. And for a lot of years, I couldn't do that. Now you really can.
250 point Secret Wars Battle World Black Panther?
I don't know. I don't know if I could say that was the start of it, but that was definitely a watershed moment.
You didn't have to run him at 250. That 150 dial was gross.
Yeah, the 150 dial was where it's at. Yes, definitely. But yeah, I went to Worlds a couple of years ago with essentially an all-Black team, and I said, okay, my goal here is to get one unqualified win in Worlds, and then I'm gonna drop and go play Battle Worlds or something. Managed to do it against a pretty solid X-Men team. What was on that X-Men team? I feel like it was Kitty Pool, Deadpool team, so he was gonna be guarded from range attacks and whatnot. But I had
Doesn't matter when you're close. Said it don't matter when you're close.
Doesn't matter when you're close, and yeah, I was playing that Chase Sam Wilson Captain America. It was pretty strong.
Avengers Defenders War?
No, this was the one from Disney Plus.
Yeah, he was great.
Yes,
he was great.
Yeah, remember Teen Lantern was on the team. I can't remember all the other characters, but yeah, I can absolutely play a fairly competitive all-Black team now.
Awesome.
So would you say you're a better builder or a better pilot?
Better builder. It's kind of embarrassing that even after playing this game all these years, I still seem to manage to make some rookie mistake in every single tournament. Matter of fact, I think this Chattanooga one was the first time that I didn't make an absolute rookie mistake. I just had a terrible, no good, bad day.
Very bad day.
Yep, the dice was wrong, or their dice wasn't wrong.
Yeah,
Or I was
trust me. That I went to an RFC regional last month, and I would have an opening attack of a 12, and I would carry Black Leopard with me with the Sky Tyrant to give them a 17 defense. I need a 5 to hit. I rolled a 4. And a probability control, I would roll a crit miss.
Yep.
The math of that happening in 3 out of your 5 games is astronomically low, but it did it 3 out of my 5 games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Are you superstitious about any Clix related stuff?
Generally, no. But let me think about this. I don't have any real superstitions, but I feel like there are some like fun fake superstitions I have, and I'm trying to think what they are.
Like
I
I
don't switch dice
yep.
because all dice want to do is ruin somebody's day. It's either mine or the other guys. So dice just hate. Dice hate.
The dice hate.
Yep. Don't roll the dice too long because you'll make them angry, and they'll roll more badly on you if you roll them too long.
Do they like a dice cup? Do they like a dice tower?
They don't care. They just want to be rolled to ruin
They want to
somebody's
be
day.
held. They like the physical touch. They love you and they want to be held.
I use dice cup, but my dice cups are actually Wendy's fries cups. So
Hey, yes, I know I've played you several times with that Wendy's fry cup. Okay,
yep.
this pulls perfectly. Segue much. If you had 2d6 in front of you, would you roll a crit hit or a crit miss?
If I had 2d6 in front of me?
Yes, right now. Which one would you roll first, crit hit or crit miss?
Probably crit hit.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm rolling a crit hit every time.
Yeah, not every time, but
Oh no. I'm going to roll a crit hit.
More likely, I'm going to roll the crit hit before the crit miss.
My dice will somehow end up cocked every time.
Man, have y'all ever seen those like metal dice that have the edges on them? They're like super balanced with like NASA metal. I had a dice cup one time. I was rolling. I have a set here somewhere. I'll show them to you later. I was rolling them in a dice cup, and I flipped it over, and I go to reveal the cup, and that dice is cocked, standing on edge. I'm like, "Yep, I'm done with these."
Wow.
Like it's highly improbable for it, but it was like that.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. I remember it was the Avengers dice, the red ones with like the white, with the white on it. I can't remember what it said, but it was during the pandemic, and I was playing a solo game, and I rolled the dice, and kid you not, one of them was perfectly balanced on its edge. I got a photo of it somewhere deep in my archives because I was like, I don't believe this. Nobody will believe. I don't believe it. I'm just going to take a picture.
It's creepy, and you're like, all right, you're going away.
Yeah. It's it's just one of those fluke things. The way the dice landed, it had just enough stickiness tack because it was right next to the other dice that landed flat. And it was just leaning right on its edge, perfectly balanced, like all things should be, according to Thanos.
Yes, according to Thanos.
Yes.
Maybe if I had Thanos on my team, I would keep it. But no, those dice, I don't use them very often.
So in all your years of playing, what's your proudest moment? What's your claim to fame?
What's my claim to fame in all my years of playing? Oh gosh, I don't know if I really have a claim to fame. I do have a long-running Heroclix blog called Heroclixin.com where it's all about fun, but it's not really famous. Probably the most famous I ever got in Heroclix was finishing top 8 in one of the early rocks in 2014. because I was playing something that was on nobody's meta radar at the time.
2014 at the Rock Cup. Is that the year that that guy had that seizure? Or was
No,
that
it
15?
actually wasn't a Rock Cup. It was one of the first Rock qualifiers.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, I want to say it was the first one that Howard Brock had at his shop before he, even before it was like done up
Lucky
nice.
Dice. Yeah.
Yeah, was it even called Lucky Dice yet?
No, it wasn't Lucky Dice yet. He didn't start
Yeah,
Lucky
definitely.
Dice until after the Rock started.
Yeah, it wasn't even a cafe or anything. I don't even know if it's the same building that he later set up Lucky Dice Cafe in. But yeah, everybody else was playing Iron Pharaoh tech or that Ghost Rider Heroes for Hire thing. I was running Legion of Superheroes with the brand new, just released gravity feed or countertop display Legion of Superheroes, where they can invite a character to the Legion. Managed to make top 8 with that.
I love that set. I mean, even though it's technically titled Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, and the only Superman was the Chase, or
And
yeah, he
really
was the Chase.
and not even real Superman at that.
No, not even a real Superman, but the set was fun. I mean, they had some really weird stuff in it, like they had the Toy Man and the toys,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Validus. I loved Validus. Validus was awesome.
I'm a huge Legion of Superheroes fan, as you could tell from the poster that I showed earlier. So yes, Slosh is my all-time favorite set. I wish they would revisit some of those
Now, I
things.
will say that they had some very weird character selections in it because Toy Man has nothing to do with Legion of Superheroes, as far as I know. The Riddler,
He
what was
is
he in the set for?
Toyman's a Superman villain, so that's why he made it in there. But again, no
The
Superman.
Riddler? What was the Riddler for?
Space
So
Riddler.
they had the sub theme of Legion of Doom. So that's the other reason.
Okay, I guess they did. They had what? Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy, Giganta. Did they have a Lex Luthor in that set?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I feel like the answer is no, but they had a few other Legion of Doom characters. So yeah, that's why it's like, oh, here's another Legion.
So, my next question. I'm sorry if I'm skipping you, Wes. How far away would Indianapolis be for you?
Oh,
8 hours.
without putting in a map thing, Indianapolis is at least 8 hours away from me. I think. Definitely too far for me to go for a day trip like I decided to do with when Worlds moved to Memphis.
What about a
Yeah,
weekend
that's a
trip?
long day trip.
Hmm?
What about a weekend trip?
Um, possibly.
Are you familiar with Red, White, and Clix?
I have heard of it.
This is the second year I've hosted it. It's
Oh.
a charity event for veterans,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pricing it out better than any other event out there. It's going to be. Last year was our first year. We had 80 players total. We had 67, I think, in the 300 modern, 80 total players over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I'm projecting over 100. Food's provided. If you play in the 300 modern, you're going to get top 16 get a brick, and there's a whole bunch of other prizing I have to announce still. But I'm going to have 300 modern. I'm going to have BRs all weekend, supercharged sealed all weekend, team sealed, and a variation of one of Scott's inventions of Clix Roulette. And then we're going to top it off with Hot Clicks, which is something I created where players will win a seat to play out of a drawing. And beginning of each player's turn, they'll take a bite of a hot wing, boneless, so they don't get it on their hands. It'll be random, but it'll be like
Oh.
super hot sauce, and they have to play with their mouths on fire, and if you
Oh.
take a drink of water or milk, your opponent gives you a click of unavoidable damage of their choosing.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm a tender mouth, so I would immediately fail at that.
You would
But-
be
Food
giving damage to yourself, so you'd be running that Wolverine that heals.
Yep.
That X-23 that heals.
Yep. Nope. Food shouldn't hurt. That's my.
And
It's
the
gonna be
roulette
great.
event.
It's going to be great.
The
We're
roulette
gonna have all
event's gonna
kinds
be.
of crazy pricing.
Oh yeah, you got it priced out great from what I've seen in your posts that you've been kicking around ideas.
Yep.
The roulette game. I know you seem to throw a little. What is that? The players for the team are going to build basically 3 teams. They're going to have 3 figures at 150 points, 3 figures at 100 points, 3 figures at 50 points. They're going to roll, and whatever they roll, they're going to be assigned that figure. And you have a 3-figure team. Off you go. Player B rolls, get whatever they get. Off you go. It's Highlander in the original build, so you're not going to have 3 100-point Beetlejuices sitting on that row. So
That sounds wild and fun.
it's going to be a unique experience for people that are not used to it because you don't know what you get until you get.
How many rounds?
3 rounds.
And guess what? The pricing will be a roulette pricing of I will set out various prizes and I will roll dice and the winners get the pricing accordingly. So you don't know what
So
you're getting.
roulette 100% all the way through. I love it.
Ooh.
But it's all good.
I don't know if I love
It's all
that.
good pricing though. It's all good pricing.
Okay, that's good because I don't know if I love that.
I mean,
I have a
the
bad
top
memory.
prize I think would be an autographed headshot of myself and or Wes. So who doesn't want that?
But it's going to be awesome. So keep an ear out for more announcements of that to come.
Okay, when is that happening?
That will be November 15th and 16th, right after Veterans Day.
Okay.
I'm going to find out how many days until then. Hold, please. No, y'all carry on.
So I feel like I've seen your name a lot on social media or other podcasts. Do you come out on other shows a lot, or?
Not a whole lot. No, I've been a guest on when Edward Shelton did his cast. Every year in February, we would do our Black History
Month
Clix show, which was always a lot of fun. And I feel like I've appeared here and there on other shows, but for the most part, I'm outside of that sphere.
I don't know. I feel like I've
but
seen your name a lot.
But yeah, I show up on the Facebook groups a lot,
Okay.
and I've been a member of HC Realms for many years. If you see the tagline or the screen name, Robroni KJS, it's me.
So do you have a nickname?
What, online?
No, just a nickname.
In general.
No nickname.
Do you ever serve in the military?
Do I have a what?
Do you ever serve in the military?
I have not served. No.
You have 100 days until Red, White, and Clix.
Ooh, I'm sweating.
100 days. Hey, last year you did it in like
60.
60 days. I'm going to say 70. Whatever. You had the idea in your head.
I won't even know for sure what sets I'll be able to get until after Worlds because of everything going on in the world. They can't tell me ahead of time. So
it's true. Yep.
I forgot what I was going to ask. What do you got, Scott?
Do you like to play a 10-pole one-man army or a complex interconnected build? Layer, like a Shrek. I mean, an onion.
Definitely the onion. Definitely onion. Like, so this actually goes back to that first marquee for Icons way back in 2005. I went to that marquee and I opened the best figure to play, which was Icons Veteran Superman.
251 points of
The
just
guy
sheer beatdown. They changed hypersonic because of that guy.
that changed hypersonic because of that guy. Yes. But I decided not to play it. I played a much more balanced team because I didn't just want to put all my eggs in that one basket. And I think I did not win that event. I did not win. It took me a whole nother half year before I actually ever won an event at that venue because my venue used to be high key competitive. Um, so yeah, I lost a lot in that first year of play. Um, but I think it really made a difference in my overall play style and my enjoyment of the game. I think playing Icon Superman that day and just playing essentially an easy mode game would have kind of poisoned my enjoyment of the game and had me, looking for easy victory rather than, kind of doing it the hard way, which has made me a better player than I would have been otherwise.
I remember that Icon Superman. I had a friend that would play nothing but that Icon Superman, and he would get so mad when I would just run up to him with some kind of bottom feeder, 10, 15 points with
Uh-huh.
plasticity or whatever, so he couldn't run away very easily. And then I would outwit his hypersonic speed and be like, okay, I'm going to shoot
Yeah.
you. I'm going to give you this 15-point figure while you beat it up, and I'm just going to keep blasting you. Oh, you killed it? Here's another one.
Yes, yes. I also have another story about old Icon Soups, which kind of ties into uh, why I kind of screwed up my face when you talked about the random prizing. So there's another event. I want to say maybe a year or 2 years later, and I'm playing a high key meta team because there's a lot of great prizes out in store. It's got icon suits. It's got a cheap TKer. Um, did I have a? Was I using lamp two? I think I was using lamp two. A lockjaw Joker armor piercing technique. Um,
Before Wes's time. Thank you for
yes,
breaking it down.
it's I ran across a player who I did at the time I didn't realize was a notorious cheater and kind of cheated his way toward a victory over me. So once the event ended, I was only like in top 8 instead of maybe a top uh, top 3 or whatever, or top 4. And the trouble was, top 3 kind of got a guaranteed shot at really great prizes. Um, but below that, it was kind of down to a lottery. And I came out with the worst prize on the entire table. Even at the time, it was absolutely horrid. And people were just like, "Oh man," looking at me with absolute pity because like that's what he ended up with. Oh,
Oh, he got somebody's used socks?
um, and pretty much, yeah. Um, for those at home who want to play and know what figure it was, just look up Ellie Hepzibah from Critical.
Oh, yeah, she was phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenally bad.
Yes.
Um,
Every piece has a use. She's really good tie up
I guess, yeah,
or
sure.
line of fire blocker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think at that point I realized whenever I'm going to play a game of this game, I'm not going to play just high key meta. I'm going to play something that is fun, both for me and probably for my opponent too.
Hey,
Absolutely.
even if you're having fun and they just stomp you, you got
Mm-hmm.
enough time to play a second game to be like they'll go easier on you in the second one to see actually what you're put
Sometimes,
together
yeah.
with.
Sometimes, yeah. Uh, so yeah. Um,
And
it is,
going in like that, you don't have the mindset be like, all right, I'm going to do well, I'm going to do well, and then you take that bad beat, and then you're just in your head
Yep.
like,
mhm.
what did I do? I'm not even having fun with this team. So
Yep.
at least you're having fun, and thank you.
I took the
Yes.
same team to 2 events, 2 weekends in a row. In the first event, I was going in full bore. I was like, I'm going to make cut. I'm going to do awesome. And I got pounded into the ground. This last weekend, I went in saying, I just want to have fun. I like this team. I've had fun building it. I'm just going to have fun. And I not only had more fun, but I placed better. just because I wasn't so stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
you go
hoping
in.
that
Go ahead.
I'm hoping that this weekend, that I definitely hope I place better than I did in Chattanooga. I'll just put it that way.
So I'm actually going to get to go to a CCO. Work is in a weird place. I don't know what's going on. We got a bunch of stuff going, slowing down. I don't know. Work's great. So I registered for the CCO in Austin. They have a limit on space, so there's only 24 people. I was number 22 to register.
Hey.
So unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be enough space for my son. We're holding off on him because he doesn't play as frequently or as competitively. So if
Yeah.
somebody else wanted that spot, we're going to let them have it. If they don't have anybody registered by next Wednesday or Thursday, we're probably going to put him in and he's going to go as well. And he's going to play just a 300-point Kong to go have fun because he thinks Kong is fun.
Cool.
I took
But
my
my
son
team,
to Gen Con a couple years ago. I think he was 17 at the time. And he's played Heroclix, I think, less than 10 times in his life. And he went with me, sat down at a 300 Modern tournament. His very first competitive game ever, and he sat across from PJ Bolin.
that's a great experience right there. I mean, PJ is not going to just stomp you. He sees you. He's going to be able to see, okay, you don't have a lot of experience, or PJ will help coach you through it, and he'll beat you up, but you're going to learn
Yes.
something out of it.
Yes.
So I saw on your wall you have a Superman poster and an Avengers poster. Are you more
Yes.
DC or Marvel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, one's got to go. Which one are you?
One's got to go. Don't tell me to choose between my children.
Yeah. Don't choose between your children. Amalgamize them together.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Claw.
Amalgam. Yes. JLA Avengers. Let's play them both. I started out as a Marvel kid. In the mid '80s, I began to discover DC, and by the '90s, I was like, yes, give me all of them.
So I need to shout out to Wizkids and say thank you, Wizkids, for the licensings that y'all have and making these things work together. Because when I was in the 80s growing up, we had Marvel Superheroes role playing game, which I don't know if anyone remembers the game. It had fighting,
I do.
agility, strength. It was Face Rip.
Phaser Rip.
Face of
Phaser
Rip,
Rip.
yes. And then
Yeah.
DC had another one come out that had nothing to do with the Face Rip version. And we spent years trying to break it to where you could put them together. The Marvel one was so much easier to run than the DC one, so we were trying to translate everything over into the Marvel one so we could play games like Heroclix. So
Yes.
Heroclix made it to where it's all the same.
Yes.
And it was only what 25 years later, or I guess 15 years later, that it
Yeah.
actually started working. So man, thank you for making me think of that. And
Yes.
thank you, WizKids, for making it compatible, so I'm not having to translate horror clicks into hero clicks, because
Mm-hmm.
that was hard to do too. Alien and Predator, I wish they were good for hero clicks. They look pretty on a shelf.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a missed opportunity there, I think.
So, Khari, what do you think about reporters in the comic book version versus reality? Do they get a fair shake, or are they just too silly?
The
You said
reporters, yeah, reporters, the Newsboy Legion.
Yeah.
oh. So I have a dream. I have a dream, a HeroClix dream that I don't know if I can ever actually do. But I loved that common trait that they are giving reporter keywords for a while. The the world has a right to know, or the world wants to know. Where if you could get them within 4 squares of somebody at the beginning of your turn, each of these characters could do something. Uh, Basically, just holding a mic up to the other characters and turning off their power actions uh, or made it to where they couldn't move or whatever, something like that. I wanted, I still want to do a game where I play all those characters and all of them bum rush one person at the same time and get that one sweet turn where all of them are asking questions. The world wants to know.
So
And
you need to
unfortunately,
have that's the Superman Wonder Woman stuff, right?
most of them are in Superman, Wonder Woman. Yeah, there were a few others that got made later. I want to say there's a J. Jonah Jameson that does something like it from,
Something like that. You need something like a Green Lantern that's a reporter to carry them all.
or some character that allows it to be used as a free action instead of as a beginner turn action or something like that. One of the things I still participate in often on HC Realms is they have like dial design contests, which is just people just designing dials for fun. And I designed like a Perry White who had the ability to basically say, go out and get the story. And they could actually do that thing in mid-turn instead of having to be at the beginning of the turn. I may have won the most votes that week.
I am going to say that I am guilty for not using Realms like I used to. Realms was like the holy grail of websites for me. It would be.
I mean, let's give Realms its flowers. It literally helped save Heroclix.
Yes, Typhon and Realms helped save Heroclix, no doubt, in my mind.
Yep.
But the ability for the team building, where did it go after Realms? It was what, Nexus?
Clix Nexus has a top flight unit section.
So their unit section was taking over, and then Clay Wood came out with HC units, and the ability to save teams was by far game changing. But I do miss going to the forums in Realms and just looking at the stuff. I mean, I remember in the early days of Realms, they would have team building competitions, and you would submit your team, and you'd be randomly paired up with someone else, and they'd be like, all right, here was the parameters for the build, and y'all vote.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember that. I don't think I ever did that.
About Clay Wood, are we sure that he's an actual person and he's not AI?
Because I mean, I've met Clay.
I texted him earlier today, asked him a very simple question about events, and he did his little magic and made it exactly the way I asked him about, because I wanted to track BR scores to have a BR champion at the end of the event. And he's like, yeah, just give me a second. And like less than 2 minutes later, he's like, okay, you're all set. Like, wow, you're amazing.
Yes, both Scott and I, we can confirm that Clay Wood is a real person. He's a real tall person.
Yeah, he's a real tall person. Now, his Facebook picture is not what he looks like anymore. That's a nice, beautiful, younger Clay Wood. He's got a little more grays this time.
That's how you do it.
But yeah, he is fantastically talented at this coding stuff, and probably a lot of other things that I don't know about.
So, Khari, since you are an editor, does anybody call you Chief?
Does anybody call me Chief? No.
Yep.
I am not that sort of editor, and
if you take off your glasses,
I don't really want to be in charge, generally speaking. I'm much happier working behind the scenes and making everyone else.
If you take off your glasses, will we still recognize you?
I don't know. Do you?
Where'd he go?
Nope. Totally different guy.
Glasses are part of my identity. I'll always wear them if I can help it.
All right, you ready for the questionnaire, Wes?
Yes. So, Khari, I know you haven't watched our show before. What we have on the show is called the Clix Questionnaire. Over the last 20 or so years that you've been playing the Heroclix game, people have played against you. They've heard your name. They've seen you around, but nobody really knows you. They don't really know you the way we want to know you. So I've dove into the AI, ChatGPT, all that stuff. And I've developed a scientifically proven, foolproof way for the Clix community to know you inside and out. Are you brave enough to answer these questions?
I suppose I have the ability to pass if the questions get a little too probing, or might get me in trouble somewhere.
Yes. I mean, we are not complete 100% PG. So, I mean, my finishing thought is Cards Against Humanity. So,
not PG. Oh no.
Yeah. Maybe PG-13 plus.
My pearls. My
These are going to
pearls.
be a little rapid fire, so you don't have to
All
think
right,
too hard about them.
let's go.
All right. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Sure.
What was your first concert?
First concert. Oh gosh. Uh,
Sixth grade band. Okay.
nah. It might have been Delight in college.
Nice. Coffee or tea?
Yes.
One superhero you wish were real. Not a team. One superhero.
One superhero I wish were real. Black Panther, because of everything else it implies.
Is water wet?
Of course.
If you were to build a 300-point modern team right now, what is the first piece you grab? Wakandan Hulkbuster.
Prime Black Panther.
All right, you're building a team right now. What are the top 5 powers that you have to include on every team build you make?
Top 5 powers. Perplex, because I always miss it when it's not there. Charge, because I like to get up close. TK, because it's just too useful. I might as well do support. I don't always have to have support, but
It's nice.
And outwit. No prob.
Prob, there
No
you
problem.
go.
Bravo or outwit. Will you be at Red, White, and Clix in November? It's about an hour past Indianapolis.
Probably not. I am pretty tapped out in terms of travel this year already.
Fair enough. Describe your worst first date.
Oh, Lord. I date so infrequently that I really haven't had any horror stories. What would be my worst first date? Pass.
Okay.
Childhood or adolescent celebrity crush?
Goodness, I don't know if I had any as a child or adolescent that I can even recall.
Teen.
I'm sorry?
Teen, early 20s. Your first crush, celebrity crush you remember. Like, ooh la la. Let me rewind that scene.
You know what? I learned of her later in life. But if I had seen Labyrinth when it came out, Jennifer Connelly would have been it.
There you go. All right, the Joker has captured Scott and I. You can only save one. Who are you saving?
Wait, repeat the question?
The Joker has captured Scott and I. You can only save one of us. Which one are you saving and which one are you going to let die?
I can't do this. I'm not the superhero who could make the hard choice.
We need an answer on this one. There's no pass.
Sorry, Wes. I've met Scott.
What?
Fair enough.
I got one. It's like 1 to 5. All right, you can have a factory set of any Heroclix set. Which one do you want?
Factory set of any. Pass.
What's your favorite season?
Summer. Me and Summer, we have a grown and sexy relationship.
All right, describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Oh, gosh.
That's 2.
Peaceful and Christ-centered.
Any more?
No, peaceful. He said, oh gosh, peaceful and Christ-centered.
Okay. All right. The three of us are going on a group date with 3 of the Gotham girls. You decide which of us get paired with who. You got Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Batgirl, Catwoman, Renee Montoya, and Zantina. Which one of us is getting paired with who?
And I'm included in this.
Yes, the three of us.
So I'm gonna hang with either Catwoman or Batgirl. Probably Batgirl because smart women. That's what I like. Scott, I think you could handle either Ivy or Harley.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Wes be magical with his Satana.
Yes, that's my choice.
All right, you get to choose 2 players to be on a team in World Championship Team Sealed event. Who are they?
2 other Heroclix players?
I don't think you want to pick Michelle and Barack.
Edward Shelton, because we're pros. And hey, let's make it all black everything. J Major.
Love it.
There you go. Who played the best? Who played the best Batman / Bruce Wayne?
Oh, this one's tough.
You're gonna pick Val Kilmer, aren't you?
Because they all have
Except Val Kilmer.
the best of both. Honestly, yeah, Affleck is the best of both worlds. Ben Affleck.
Okay.
All right, which A-team member would you like to hang out with?
Which A-team member?
Yeah. Yeah, tell me you never watched A-Team. Come on now.
Would I most like to hang out with? Who's the leader guy? Hannibal.
Hannibal Lecter.
No, not Lecter, but
Hannibal.
Yes, because as long as he wasn't actually smoking that cigar. But yes, I love when a good plan comes together.
Interesting segue there. The A-Team remake they did a few years ago with
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. He hated having a cigar. He refused to smoke that cigar. They made him do it in like one scene, and he's like, "I'm not doing this again." We kind of touched on this already, but your biggest Heroclix superstition?
My biggest Heroclix superstition: don't roll the dice too long. You'll make them even angrier.
Yeah.
All right, we do something on about 95% of our shows.
Mm-hmm.
Wes is thinking of a number. It is a 3-digit number, and the second digit is equal to or greater than the first digit.
787.
No.
Okay.
All right, Khari, that was the Clix questionnaire.
Hey.
Now the entire Heroclix 101 subscribers that watch this show know you inside and out. How does it feel?
I still have some secrets, so I feel okay.
Where is the microfilm?
Somewhere in the library. Physical media is more important than ever now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Is your job more print-based or online?
It is online. I worked in print for a very long time. Much longer than I ever thought I would or could. But yeah, it's almost entirely online now.
Is print media dead?
No, it's not dead, but it's so expensive to make, and the market of people who want to appreciate it is getting lower and lower. But still, physical media is still important because apparently,
what's the future of online?
Going to get slightly political here. Apparently, some coding error wiped out some important clauses in the U.S. Constitution on one of the government websites. Apparently, this error has been corrected, but it was really suspicious which lines they decided to strike out, or this coding error struck out. And it's just like, make sure you have your physical media because they are trying to influence how we perceive reality. And it's kind of a rough. It's kind of a rough thing that could happen if certain people just control how people perceive reality. We're already seeing it. It could only get worse.
I was going to ask you, like, what's the future of online written media? Is it all going to go to TikToks and YouTube videos for people's news, or people are still reading some articles online and whatnot? Or what's the future of the print media online?
Yeah, can't really say what the future is because I work in public media, and there was a time when we figured, uh, hey, we got this funding from the feds, and this funding was approved for 2 years, and then this regime decided we're just going to take it back, apropos of nothing. So yeah, I have no idea what the future actually looks like, but I do know that. I think the physical media is important. So if you have any movies or stuff that you really like, go seek them out on DVD and Blu-ray, and keep them close and safe because you can't trust these streamers to keep them available for people.
Our closet, we have, I think, 4 or 5 VHS movies that my wife refuses to get rid of. She watched them as a child, Wizard of Oz, stuff like that, and she's like, I don't care what streaming media and all this kind of stuff. I want my good old tangible VHS for the rest of my life.
Be kind and rewind.
Yep.
Yep. I wish I had a VHS player that I could play some of these old things on. I just have to settle for a DVD and Blu-ray and hope that they don't rot.
Yep.
They will.
And rot is
Yeah, got to keep them.
Rot is a
keep them
problem.
alive.
I got a You remember when they put out the limited edition of the Star Wars films?
Yes, the ones with the real endings.
With the real endings, the real old effects, and the real one where Han was the only one who shot. Yes.
Yes. My father has a copy of the VHS.
Yes. I had a copy of those DVDs, and 2 of them actually rotted. They are unplayable. Fortunately, I was able to find a replacement out there that are still intact, but yeah. Even the physical media doesn't always last.
Speaking of showing our age, Scott called me earlier this afternoon, and I picked up the phone without even thinking about it because I saw his name on the screen. And it got me thinking about back when pre caller ID, when there was that, do I pick up the phone, do I not pick up the phone, do I risk talking to somebody I don't want to talk to, having to announce who you are, like, hey, this is Wes, how you doing today? Like, oh man, it was kind of a mind trip to think about that.
Yeah.
Not everyone I talk to is programmed in my phone. I have these notifications I make to the state to say, hey, we're going to do work in this location. So I'll get random phone calls from numbers. And my wife's like, why do you always answer the phone? And then lo and behold, I have Olivia with some kind of tax relief, blah, 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 just as a spam call that she calls me every day.
Yep.
From a different number. I'm like, man, Olivia, you are getting around.
Wow.
I got to answer the phone every time somebody calls just for these notifications that I'm making in case we're digging near someone's asset. We don't want to blow up.
Well, Scott, at least you know that I will pick up immediately if you call me.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And Khari, if you ever call me, I will pick up immediately, sir.
I mean, hopefully my name shows up. So yeah. But me, if I don't know the number, you going straight to voicemail.
Well, gentlemen, this has been Talkn Clix. I am delighted to have met you, Khari. I've seen your name on the web pages and everything, Facebook and everything. I'm delighted to finally met you. Scott, it's been a delight as always. Do you gentlemen have any final thoughts for the evening?
Guest first.
I may have mentioned earlier. I did mention earlier in the program. I have a Heroclix website called Heroclixin. That's Heroclix with an IN.com. I think my domain is still paid up, so I update it semi infrequently. I think I'm going to try to do probably my last legacy card review article, because there's so many legacy cards coming in. Lantern Legacy. I think I'm finally gonna have to tap out on those. But yeah, it's a blog just talking about the fun stuff of Heroclix. So you can find me there. You can also find me on the Heroclix Facebook groups under my real name, Khari Sampson. If you go to HC Realms, I am Roroni KJS, like the old anime Roroni Kenshin, but with my initials instead of Kenshin.
Make sure you check the comment section. I will include links to your social media.
Yeah, I was going to say, send them to Wes and he'll put them in our link tree.
Cool. Yep, will do.
So my final thought is I want to thank everybody who has been watching my personal video journals. They're just documenting my military experience, primarily for my children, but I'm sharing them for the world to watch if you want to know me a little better. It's not entertainment or Clix focus. It's just me sharing stories from my military career. So thank you for watching that.
You're welcome, sir. I try and keep up with you. My final thought is cry havoc and let slip a really good dog.
That's a good one. Well, this has been Talkn Clix. Glad to have met Khari Sampson. Scott, it's always a delight. Thanks for being here. And as always, keep on Clixing. Have a good night.
Hey, what weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? A gallon of water, because butane is a lighter fluid.
It's too late. We need to destroy the stone now.
Vision, get your ass back on the table.
We will hold them off.
Wanda, as soon as that stone's out of his head, you blow it to hell.
I will.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.